Hello one and hello all and welcome to another crafting adventure and the first of 2022 where today we are going to be building this wonderful wooden turtle, a modern 3D wooden puzzle of 63 pieces. Level 2 stars, so I figure this should be an easy one to start the year off with. Now this is from the lovely people at Handscraft, so I'm expecting very high quality and looking at the pieces. That is what it seems to be. So, anything on the packaging? Nope, it's nice and simple. I like it. Let's open this up, find out what's inside. The plastic covering has been removed to reveal a lovely little envelope. I do like this packaging. It is very unique amongst these kind of things. So we've got to sort of break the seal. I suppose removing this. There you go. Perfect. Now we can see the contents of the box. All right, we've got our parts. Lovely design on there. Looks very nice. With a bit of sandpaper and the instructions. And it does look like there are 2 sheets of parts. Once again, in plastic wrap. Let's get the scissors. With the plastic removed, we can see our instruction booklet here with, well, very detailed instructions and each part labeled. Label is written on the back there. Just have to find the corresponding piece in these cutout sections and then put it together as it says. Also, there is an advert for the other ones available: the seahorse, the angelfish, and the shark. Do like that shark design. These are quite similar to the sort of simpler ones I did a while back, but slightly more complicated. Alright, so we're going to start with stage 1, which requires 6 parts: A17, A25, B3, B15, B7, and B8. I'll get them all ready. Here are our pieces. First thing we want to do is sort of remove these little bits on the edge there, just to help make sure everything goes together nicely. Alright, so first we've got to sandwich this sort of little tail piece between these two. Well, you want to get these holes to line up, which seems to be, there you go, more difficult than it looks. Break that off there. Then from here we take this small piece. That's going to go in between here. Push that down in a minute. Then we'll get the large piece, goes in the middle. And that should just slide down. And then this piece goes on the end here. Alright, then obviously you've got to line them up and push them as far down as they will go. Like this. Then we're going to be taking these parts here. What parts are these? I forget the number. A18 and B2. These are both the same size. They'll just slide nicely on there. And this one should fit on the other side. Oh, it is so satisfying when these parts go together so nicely. Remove these little bits on the side. Obviously you can use the sandpaper to do this if you don't have any nails. Turn that around. This goes on the front here. Boo, 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 boo. Lovely jubbly. Then from here, I've already prepared the next parts. We've got an A28 and a B3. These should slide on there with the end hole going like that, I believe. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. And do the same on the other side. Okay, then from here we've got these little pieces which slide on the back into these little holes there. Ooh, a bit stiff. And then this one on here. Obviously if it is too stiff, again, use the sandpaper to sand it down a little bit. If it's too loose, put a little piece of paper between them to make it tighter. Alright, so that's stage 1 and stage 2 complete. Next, we're going to be adding these shell pieces to these slots. Now the shell pieces are done in numerical order: A10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They just go on. And on the other side, just a B29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24 along that side. Once they're all together, you're going to put these side pieces in. So I'll be back for the side pieces. With all your A's and B's lined up in the correct order, you want to make sure you still got that tail going forward. And then one of these pieces should slide into all of these holes. Okay, I'll do that off camera because it's going to be a little bit difficult to do, and then this bit will go on the other side there. The only thing to make sure of is that these diagonal gaps are towards the back. With this bit of the body done, we can put it aside, and we can start on the head where we've got these three pieces nicely aligned. You want the bit in the middle there with that little tag on the back. Then we're going to slide these pieces down the back. Don't worry too much about the little bits of wood sticking off. They will break off when you slide them together. Then you got this one which goes in here. I'll push them in a bit deeper off camera, and this one goes in here. These higher quality kits do tend to be a little bit tighter than the ones aimed at young children, but you know what? That just gives them a bit of a challenge. And then this one's going to come down in the head. Hopefully that should line up nicely if I actually get it in the right place. Give it a bit of a wiggle, and oh wow, there you go. Perfect. Okay, from here we've got this piece here, which will go up inside there. Oh, and then that side piece should slot on to the side. Okay. Alright, I've got to push that down a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. And do the same on this. Actually, see, can I push it down now? There you go, perfect. Then this bit should go on there, and then that should line up there. This should now line up. Don't be afraid to wiggle these around a bit. Perfect. And then from here we've got these head side pieces that just slide on there to give it that rounded, turtley look. Alright, with all that in place, take your body back. Which way around does this go? That way around, and then that should just slot right in here. Perfect, we've got a turtle body with a head. Alright, so next on our list, oh wow, that's a lot. So we've got to do the legs, both pretty simple, three pieces together, three pieces locking them in place, and then the same for the back with two pieces with two things locking them in place. Let's see how easy that is to do. Alright, so the legs have been all slotted together. These were just quite simple. There's actually only two pieces for the front legs and three bits that go in. These are all the same size. Just slot them to hold them together like that. And then they simply clip onto these side holes. But you're done. Back legs, you've got two pieces together. They do have this sort of slanted one, so make sure you get the right angle in there. And then they should slide on the back like that. We'll push them on a little bit harder in a moment. And the same for these front ones. Goes on here. And the back ones, they go on there. Like that. That should hopefully, perfect, give it a nice stand. And now the last thing that needs to be done is plopping this lovely shell here on top of the body. And as you can see, there are these little tabs on the top which do line up quite nicely. So I'll be back when our turtley friend is complete. The turtle is finished. Now I'm quite surprised because this model is a lot smaller than the design on the packaging would have you believe. But it's quite nice. Got a nice little smile on his face. Well, kind of looks happy. Neck is a bit wobbly. That's okay though. It's not going to fall off anytime soon. I pushed the legs on a bit to keep them sturdy, and the shell, I love the sort of etched design in the shell there, just to give it its final piece of decoration. That's the word I was looking for. Also, shaking the table doesn't move at all. These legs are perfectly made to keep it steady. well, when these kits are done well, they do really go together nicely. Very satisfying slotting together of the parts, and the final product always comes out looking great. And just to show, like, you can see there's a little bit of this excess here which just kind of falls off, but even these very, very thin pieces here, none of them broke when popping out the pieces. I love it. That is the sign of a truly well-made piece of kit. So there you go. That is a Hanscraft model turtle. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this. The Hanscraft products are all very, very high quality, very fun and exciting to build. So I will put a link in the description to their store and their Facebook page if you are interested in checking it out. Well, thank you all for watching my first video of this year. I hope you all have a wonderful year, and I'll see you all next time.